You shared a few minutes ago the two things you suggested everyone really needs to understand is financial literacy and AI literacy.
Yep.
It's funny because I have shared for a few years as well. I say there are 3 C's, a D, and an F, and that's not my report card that I hid from mom and dad. But the 3 things, the 3 C's are, I think everyone in this generation and every generation should have had it: critical thinking, communication, and collaboration, which is this humanity piece.
That's it.
The D is digital fluency, and the F is financial literacy. And my question to you
I knew you're my brother.
well, I'll tell you what.
I'm going to make you an honorary black man, just for that. C's turning pink.
Somebody accepts me. I'm excited.
Yes,
it's good.
Yeah.
So let me
That
ask
was cool.
you, well, my question for you is, Operation Hope actually does what we're talking about.
Yes.
There is an embedded financial literacy, and now you've got, yes. So
AI literacy
walk
layer,
us through
yeah.
that. Walk us through what you do, and then let's talk about the impact you've had in some communities, and then I want to share the impact that you're having in Fairfield right here.
Yeah.
But let's set that up first. Tell us about Operation Hope and those 2 elements.
So we're the only nonprofit in history ever allowed to operate inside of a bank branch.
Inside of a bank branch.
Ever. And it's important because the bank won't tell you a straight answer for fear of being sued. They're quasi-government. They're fully backed by the full faith and credit of the federal government, the FDIC insured. So they're the only business in America that's quasi-government. I'm fascinated why no one really makes a big deal about this. It's the only business in America that's quasi-government, fully backed by the government. This is guaranteed. And so they have a lot of regulations. When you walk in the door and you take an application. Now, in most communities, if you're going to get capital for your dentist shop, your whatever business you want to start, you're going to go to the bank. That is Wall Street for you. So if the bank's not serving your needs, there's no growth. And right now, up until us, the bank knows when you walk in with a 570 credit score, or a 620 credit score even, or a 650 credit score even for home ownership, or anything less than 700 credit score for small business, they know, the banker knows the answer is no. Now they're going to take your application, they're going to process it for 45 days, and then let the computer send you a piece of paper, and then direct you to the credit bureaus, and it's all this frustration. So we saw a market opportunity there, I did, and went into the bankers and said, don't you want to be in the yes business, not the no business? Don't you want more customers? Sure. So I said, put us in your lobby, Hope inside, and when Mary Sue comes in for an application, and the banker knows this is not going to work, now the banker can say, look, Operation Hope doesn't work for us. They're a partner with us. They can say things we can't. Why don't you go talk to them? So they go across the hall, and our people pull up the credit report, and we say, well, that looks like a bus accident. And Mary Sue laughs, just like that, because she knows her credit's toe up and flow up. And so we go, Mary, what's this? She goes, oh, I got divorced 10 years ago, and the husband, it was a $1,000 phone bill, and nobody paid it. And I didn't want to deal with it. I don't have $1,000. Well, Mary Sue, SBC sold that to Pac Bell. Pac Bell was sold to AT&T. AT&T chased you for 5 years. They gave up. They sold it to Joe's Finance Company. I know because it's in the notes. And the good news is that Joe's Finance Company bought that for 5 cents on the dollar, is my bet. So it was $1,000. They bought it for $50. It's called bad debt. And I said, let's call Joe's Finance Company. Okay, so we called Joe's Finance Company together. Hello, I got Mary Sue here. We're looking for her. She's looking for you. We want to pay off this debt. We want $100. He's trying to double the $50. He paid it for $50, bought $50. He wants $100. He wants 100% profit. We say, we want to pay you $200. Why would you pay me double what I'm asking for? Oh, I'm going to do more than that. I want to speak to your supervisor and tell him what a great job you're doing. The guy's like, I'm completely confused. Perfect, right? I want you to remember this conversation, because I'm going to give you the biggest deal you've ever had today. I'm going to make you a superstar. I'm going to tell your boss you did a great job, and I want a letter signed by your boss saying that when we wipe this clean from her report, and when it shows up 3 times, because it will show back up, all you are is a database at 3 credit bureaus. When it shows back up again, you're going to commit in writing to remove it every time. Got a deal? Great. I turn to Mary Sue. You got an 80% discount. They got a 200% profit. Fair exchange is no robbery. Everybody wins. That's free enterprise system at work. So they pulled it off her credit report. That's 40-point pop. So she was at 580. So now where is she? 620. So what happens to her self-esteem?
Yep.
What happens to her confidence? Her belief in the banking is a trust system. Her trust in banking, her trust in the system. So now she sits up. She comes back in the next week. Okay, what next? Now I got you. What next? Okay, what's that? I don't know what that is. Great, that's called an error. Because you haven't checked your credit report in 5 years. There's all kind of stuff shows up there. I get errors on my credit report and I check it all the time. So the law states if you can't confirm that the 3 credit bureaus can't confirm that's yours, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, they can't confirm that's yours, they must remove it within 30 days. So we write a letter to the credit bureau. And we never do it for her, we got to do it together. We write a letter with the client, and 90% of the time, credit bureaus are lazy. Mm-hmm. We don't know that's hers. They remove it. That's 30 points. So now where is she? 650. You're in striking distance. So now we sit her down and we go, okay, she said, well, I'm not making, what do you want to do? I want to buy a home. Okay, but I don't have enough money. Not true. 2 ways to make money. Make more, spend less. Show me your budget. I don't have a budget. That's great. What do you spend every month? Well, I smoke cigarettes. Okay, great. You know the box says this stuff will kill you, right? Okay, never mind. How many packs of cigarettes do you smoke? Okay, you know that's like $3,000 a year. Okay, you go. What else do you do? I go to Starbucks. Okay, I love Starbucks, but how often do you go? Well, it's my guilty pleasure. I go 3 times a week. Okay, that's $3,000. Okay, how much money do you make? $36,000. Okay, you realize this is 20% of your income. And the light comes on. And I said, by the way, you said you make $36,000? You got how many kids? 3. Do you heard of the earned income tax credit? What's that? Congratulations. Right? Mm-hmm. If you have 3 kids, you make $36,000, the government owes you a check of $7,500. And if you haven't filed, it's retroactive for 3 years. That's 20 grand. There's your down payment. So now, she's sitting up, she got 20 grand, she got her credit score is now 790, a 690 in this example, and the bank now, we got her credit score up, her debt down $3,800, her savings up $1,200, she's got this EITC thinking coming in, she got her financial literacy in place, the banker wants to say yes, the bank funds her loan, that's how we did $4.5 billion.